Hey guys, welcome back to my Mass Effect gameplay. Last time we rescued Dr. What's her name? I don't remember off the top of my head actually. Not sure what we're doing this time. Well, let's see if we can't find what's her name. Okay, so I do need to go down here. She's in the lab, okay. Oh, Doc.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I like the
I
name
never properly
Chakwas.
thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know you will.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Must get kind of lonely.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
That's
You
interesting.
don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
That's not really foolish, though.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
I like this answer, really, but I'm gonna go with this one.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
I do like how I
What?
said that, though.
No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Relax.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people.
I know the feeling.
Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Well, let's ask about their culture.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
What
Like
kind?
what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still
One of my
require a
lights just
partner
shifted.
to
Doesn't
reproduce.
seem to have
This
affected the lighting
second
on me
parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
though. That's
I don't
curious.
understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
This is really interesting,
What happens to your
actually.
partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Let's go with the age difference.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the
Philosophical?
inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them.
Makes
And
sense.
even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Let's see here.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is
Interesting.
possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Let's
Maybe
take
she
the
wanted
high
to
road.
meet you, but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Okay. I've spent about 7-8 minutes of this
Do you
just
know why
talking.
Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
I like
None of this
taking the
makes
high
any
road for
sense
now.
to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I think that's all I want to get out
I
of
should
this.
go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay, so... It's not the button I wanted. No. Journal, here we go. Excuse me. Put on Noveria. Sounds like a good place to start. Where's the steps back up? I think they're over here. Why is it this door I actually need to open, but the other heat load monitor? What? Must have to do with the stealth system.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
You sure you want that?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I just wanted to
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Didn't mean to insult you.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Wow. He's a little
Why does everyone call you
annoying.
Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
He's bitter, that's what he is. He's kind of bitter.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Or you're not happy.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
This seems like the wrong thing.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
So how do you
You're not
do
going to
your
break
job?
a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
I think I've already done this one.
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Oh, you mean I can't go outside? No spacewalks? Okay. Let's see what everybody downstairs has to say. You know what? I've already spent almost 15 minutes just talking to people. Let's see about finding something to do. I don't like that I have to open that door that way. Okay. Now where was I going? Noveria, here we go. So we're going this way. That's cool looking.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
That's kind of cryptic. What's going on here, though. Small frozen terrestrial world, barely habitable by conventional definitions, privately chartered by the Noveria Development Corporation, who lease out labs to perform research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere. Given its unique situation, it's the source of many wild conspiracy theories. So it's basically the Mass Effect Area 51. Let's see here. Orbital distance 0.9 AU, orbital period 0.9 years. So it's very similar to Earth on how long the year is and how far it orbits. Although the day is almost just over twice as long. Atmospheric pressure is a little lower though.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Do they even have the right to impound this vehicle?
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Down my decision.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, point defense systems. Anything over here? Nope. Let's get on out. What do I want to take with me? We've got a good mix. Yeah, let's do that again.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Must be some sort of...
I need to get my blood flowing. Find me something to kill.
I'm wearing an environmental suit, and I'm still freezing.
I think they're waiting for us.
That's far enough.
Can I help you?
Something wrong, officer?
You better hope there isn't. This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
And who are you?
First.
We're the law here. Show some respect. I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
I outrank
All you need to know is I have more credentials than you.
They plan to be trouble, ma'am. I can't let you enter the port area without confirmation of your identity. Sergeant
Which is
Sterling,
fair
secure
enough.
their weapons.
Don't try it.
I'll be keeping
Nobody
my gun.
takes my weapon.
Charge and lock! We're authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs. Behave yourself.
Jeez.
Get out of here. I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
Where are y'all? Apparently have no consequence.
Weapons detectors. Don't mind the alarms. I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias.
We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Yeah, real friendly.
Someone pissed in your security chief's coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
May have to
I can't
step
have
on
my
some
investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Saren's flunky? Where?
Need to talk
Can I
to
speak
her.
with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
I'll need
Could you
directions.
tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
And where's the administrator?
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
So you came all
If
the way...
Lady Benezia is here, it might be wise to bring Liara along. She knows her mother better than we do.
You've got a point. Is there a way to change my squad up? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go down, switch my squad up real quick. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised they let us off the ship before verifying our identity. This is the right airlock, right?
Stand by, shore party. Decontamin... Logged.
That ought to have a good balance.
Equalizing interior pressure.
Here we go. Let's see. Let's give y'all some better weapons. Yes, you can wear human armor. Okay, Garrus. Scimitar, let's go you and
With exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Okay.
I'll be keeping my eye on you. I apologize for my rudeness when you arrived. I meant no disrespect. I have a responsibility to protect the safety and privacy of corporations here. The arrival of an Alliance warship was unexpected.
I can understand.
I can understand how that would make people here nervous.
I hoped you might. Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
Guarding the Normandy.
Why are you still here? Are you guarding my ship?
All of the companies have secrets. Some of them deal in things that are not quite legal. Having a Spectre here makes them nervous. Analea-sama is buried under petitions to kick you off-world.
So you're protecting us, basically.
Then you're actually protecting Normandy from the companies.
I am protecting them from themselves. They do not have the personnel or training to assault an Alliance frigate.
So you're keeping them from being stupid.
There are guards everywhere. Are there that many problems here?
I am sure Parasini-san gave you the ultra-special blah-blah about business here. Everyone wants to be protected from everyone else, but everyone also thinks they have a special right to kick over everyone else.
And you keep them in line.
So you have to keep them from getting too eager.
Most of my job is diplomacy. Two corps start yelling at each other, my people walk in, flash some ceramic, and they start talking civilly. If there is anything this job has taught me, it's how to be impartial.
Do they have their own security?
Don't they have their own security forces?
Everything from hackers to mercenaries. They have investments to protect, after all. But we are the only ones allowed to bear arms. Which is why the companies constantly try to bribe my people. I have a clear policy against freelancing. Anyone who works on the side is fired.
Sounds like a
I'll
good
be
policy.
moving on.
Very good, Commander. Please stay out of trouble.
Okay. What's this thing? Why can I not go in there?
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development.
I think I would have
For
preferred
your
music.
own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
The managers warned us about you.
Do not be fooled by these civilized surroundings. This is a place of secrets and lies.
Corporations here hire their own private security forces. It makes it easier for them to break the laws.
Must be some sort of meeting room.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
You heard already?
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here.
Your voice is interesting.
This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
That's my first thought, smuggling.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
Although, at least he's honest about it.
I'll think about it and get back to you.
This one humbly begs the other to consider its request.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
I want to guess the spot with all the guards is where I want to be.
How can I help you?
Where's the administrator?
I'd like to speak to Analeus.
One moment, please. Mr. Analeus?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
The weather outside looks dreadful. Thank the goddess it's warm in here.
That's kind of what I expected him to look at. What's this thing over here? No idea. Okay, let's talk to you.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
You read my file.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Somebody asked me to do
Opold
some
wants me to
smuggling.
smuggle a package through security.
I need more than your word to act on that. Bring me whatever he's smuggling, and I'll act accordingly.
So it's in it
What
for
will you
me
do
then.
for me in return?
I would compensate you. The precise amount in credits depends on the severity of Opold's crime.
So
You'll arrest him?
No one here is fond of trials. They make shareholders nervous. More likely, we would simply let him go. Of course, he would be blacklisted by the companies here.
I'll look into it
later.
and get back to you.
I appreciate your report.
Let's ask about... Start off with Saren.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
Okay, and Matriarch?
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Venezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What sort of cargo?
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
And the escort?
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I need to see her.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
So we drive.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't help us, I'm sure someone else here will.
Let's see here.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
You're helpful. You get past into the garage. Hide the request. Way to persuade him.
Do not be fooled by these civilized surroundings. This is a place of secrets and love.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a past to leave Hanshan. You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
I can see that.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keen?
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a past to leave Hanshan. Keen spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Let's go bring that contraband to then call it good. I'll take care of figuring out how to get to whatever that place was called, something 13 or 15 after that in the next video.
If Sergeant Sterling catches me with you, she'll, I don't know, crush my trachea with her brain or something.
Pressure. That was... We're going to have another recording? Wait, I didn't want to go down. I do feel like bringing that contraband to the one guy. Not the guy that wants it, but the administrator.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for aid?
What was it again?
Tell me about the job again.
This one has procured a special item for a customer.
Smuggling.
The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
Okay. Let's see here. What is it?
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
Yeah, because that relieves me.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Annaleus. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
No.
I'm just browsing right now.
This one awaits your return.
Down we go. So is it next to my ship, or am I gonna have to go in the ship?
I do not like this place. Too many dark secrets. Okay, let's drop this off with the administrator. Explain to me how a weapons mod bears no danger. I don't remember exact phrase he used. I wish I had a coin. Ah, forget it.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
I've been busy. I'll pick it up later.
This one implores the Spectre for haste. The customer is quick-tempered.
I'll be back later then.
This one awaits your return. Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
I'm gonna keep
Change of plans. I've decided to keep it myself.
You cannot do that. Inamorda will be furious with this one. This one wants the other to leave now. What if Inamorda saw this one speaking to you?
Are you sulking?
Upset because I sold the package myself?
Yes. Does the other wish to make a purchase?
Have it your way.
Okay. Let's go down and see if I can still give it to the administrator. I doubt I can, but I'm just curious.
I presume you are here to present me with Opold's package.
Here it
Yes,
is.
I have it with me.
I am no weapons expert, but it seems to me that this is a rather advanced device. Certainly contraband. It would have been unfortunate if this had reached its buyer.
So what are you going to do with it?
How thankful are you?
I am willing to give you 200 credits and a pass to leave Hanshan. Not without an understanding between us, of course. You can only go to Peak 15 to speak to Lady Benezia. If you cause trouble or if the staff asks you to leave, you will be thrown off-world.
It's a shame you didn't cooperate in the first place.
If there is nothing else, I would like to go back to work.
Fine.
I'm leaving.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Okay, well, got the pass easier than expected. Which is kind of a shame, actually. I was going to do that in the next video. But that'll do it for this one. I guess the next one will be going to, what was it, Peak 15? So, as per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.